Cleanup spot, designated hitter, number 20, Dom Macano. Batting fifth, second baseman, number 7, Dylan Green. Batting sixth, shortstop, number 19, Ryan Ham. Batting seventh, playing third base, number 36, Sam Marr. Batting eighth, pitcher, number 31, Ray McMillan. And batting ninth, left fielder, number 27, Tyler Zanizer. Number 34, Trey Bennett. Please have everyone stand and remove your caps. Spangled Banner being performed tonight by the Sandlot Sound Machine.
Hey, good evening, A's fans. This is play-by-play announcer Garrett Smith coming to you live from Tiger Field in Redding, California. We have another hot evening and another hot matchup here in the upper Sacramento Valley. A's have first two games of this series. First one was a rough one, 8-0, and last night was looking to be the same. Another rough one. It was 8-0 yet again after 4 innings of play, and the A's managed to make it interesting towards the end. 1 run in the 6th, 5 runs in the 7th, and it was 8-6 going into the last couple innings of last night's matchup. Bases loaded for the A's in the top of the 9th, just not quite able to push across and complete a remarkable comeback. But I tell you what, folks, it has been a fascinating series. 8-0 doesn't necessarily indicate that, you would think. However, tensions have been flaring and coaches have had short fuses. Friday, Colt 45s manager ejected in the 4th inning. Last night, Fresno Athletics manager Wyatt Featherston and starting pitcher Cooper King ejected in the 4th inning, respectively. So, very interesting set of circumstances going into tonight's game. Not only those ejections, but it does seem like those players are starting to develop a little bit of animosity in this series. I would not be surprised if tensions boil over this evening. In the meantime, A's are looking for the first win of this year. It's been tough on the road. Humboldt, A's really didn't have much of a chance up there except for the Saturday game. A's played competitive and all three. Certainly could have won 2 of those. And these last 3 games are Redding, it has been getting behind big early and just get defeating themselves. They really have a chance. Key for them. And also playing some sound defense. And again in center field, batting second, George Smith. That is. And batting third, back in the lineup. For the 45 tonight. Batting fourth, California. South University. Batting fifth, Luke Reed. Right field. 6th, Julian Rodriguez. He will be taking over catching duties. Fernandez was the catcher last night. Had a phenomenal night behind the plate. A back pick at first and threw out 2 runners, trying to steal out second for 3 runners out total. Luke Neveau is batting 7th. He is the 3rd baseman. 8th, Aiden Perry back in the lineup at 2nd base. Ninth is Jake. Out at the bottom of the lineup. In the meantime, here we are with Tyson Miller. Been hitting the ball well yet again in this series. First pitch taken for a strike. 7:16 it is for first pitch time. We are underway. Miller yesterday 2 hits, also a ground out and a strikeout. Did walk as well, so 3 times on base total for him. 1-1 count it runs. Tough night for him on Friday, uncharacteristic. 2 strikeouts in that game. Entering the series, he had only had 7 on the season total. One pitch is popped way up and looks like it's going to get out of play. Let's see if we can get a better camera angle on this. There we go. Bit of a lull here in the action as Miller's digging back in. Southpaw on the mound here for the roster, so we'll let you know what the name is after. This one's grounded up the middle, shortstop on the run over the first. Great hard to get Miller out in time for out number 1. not an easy task for the defense of the Colt 45s as Miller can fly down those base paths, but shortstop cool, calm, and collected there for out number 1.
Now batting. Shortstop, number 14, George Smith.
Getting our attention back to home plate, George Smith digging in for his first at-bat. As mentioned, he's been batting out of the 2 spot in all 3 games this series. First pitch taken high in the zone for a called strike. Smith collected an RBI single in yesterday's game, part of that monster 7 inning where they scored 5 runs. Foul back, 0-2. Additionally, had a single on
that foul ball brought to you by the Payroll
Thursday's
Works,
game.
your local small business payroll
Thursday and
solution.
Friday a lot because we're used to having weekend series Friday through Sunday, but this series Thursday through Saturday, of course. But Smith finds himself in an 0-2 hole, looking to battle through it. Wind up, pitch on the way, in the dirt, easy take all the way, 1-2.
Now pause.
Again, Hayes Edens is the on-deck hitter. Saw him batting clean up in Thursday's game. Had a rough night that night, striking out 3 times, looking to amend for that tonight. Smith takes a pitch there for a ball. It evens up at 2-2. Smith ahead of that one of the curveball.
Will be $1 off the
start out this ball game. So it's up to Hayes Edens to try and get things going here for the A's in the top of the state. Certainly a key for this team is to start out good early, get some runners on base, and score early. Both games this series, they've been having to try and play from behind, and it's really just been unsustainable, and that is a huge reason why they are 0-2 this weekend. 1-0 pitch onto Edens is called strike. Well, 1 pitch on the way. It is upstairs, called ball. 2-1 to Edens now. Still pretty sunny outside right now in the field. Those shadows are going to play a factor as we get later into this game, though. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Looked like he got fooled on the changeup, 2-2. Got to tell you, the A's were smacking the ball pretty well in BP before the game today. It is a hot one out here today. Doesn't seem as bad, though. Yesterday just felt muggy. Today there's a little bit of a breeze as Edens gets struck out there. Look at that. Top of the first. 3 up, 3 down to start things out for the Colt 45s on defense, and they'll be up for their first at-bats, looking to strike first. First pitch at the bottom of the first.
California,
Right there.
out of Folsom College. Center fielder number 14, Trajan Rogowski.
For Rogowski now, Cal Noonan gets the start on the mound for the A's. First lefty starter we've seen on the mound. Perhaps the first lefty we've seen on the mound all series. Checking back with our scoring card. I do not see any other lefties that have appeared yet this series. So this is the first one. Different view, different task here for the Colt 45s batters. Rogowski, yet again, the leadoff hitter in this lineup. He's done so Friday and Thursday. Tough series for him, though. He's been striking out a lot, as he does there yet again. He had 2 strikeouts on Thursday's game and 2 strikeouts yesterday. And that'll be 1 to start out today's action. So with 1 down, Rafael up.
Fielder number 2, Colby Rafael.
Colt 45s. He has been the number 2 hitter for the Colt 45s all series as well. And he was the batter in question in last night's controversial moment that saw a contentious moment between the Athletics and the home plate umpire. As Noonan starts out 1-0, gets it down at the knees, 1-1. Rafael was up to bat when a ball was thrown in the dirt from the starting pitcher, Cooper King. It was still a live ball, and he went and kicked it out of the way. That is the batter, Rafael. That should have automatically been ruled interference, and the batter should have been out. But home plate umpire and the umpires in general missed it. At bat was allowed to continue. Rafael just proceeded to hit a 2 or 3 run home run, and that really put that game out of reach. This one's hit up the middle. George Smith throws it over to Jake Maynard for out number 2. Go! 2 up, 2 down, and it is now the first baseman Mora with his return back to the lineup. Saw him.
Now batting, first baseman number 24, Andrew Mora.
Mora, the first baseman. First pitch, chopped at foul. Just had a little reminder there that our camera was off, so got it back on home plate. Mora had the rest yesterday. I was curious to see if it was a day off because of a bit of a collision with him and Parker Crystal at first base. Seemed like he hurt his arm. Could have just been a rest day. There's a lot of different people in the lineup for the Colt 45s yesterday. Starters are pretty much back into play today. 1-1 is the count now for Mora against Noonan. Good. Strike called there to Mora, 1 and 2. Noonan searching for one final pitch to get this inning done and dusted. There it is. Breaking ball outside. Mora swings and misses. Strikeout number 2 for Noonan, and out number 3 of this bottom of the first. So A's at bats, 3 up, 3 down. Colt 45s at bats, 3 up, 3 down. Still, we head to the top of the second. 0-0 is the score. Chopper up the middle from Scott Mitchell. It is bobbled by the shortstop, and that is going to be a leadoff base runner for the Fresno A's. A's will certainly take any base runner they can get, and they got it there with an E6 committed, and Mitchell finds himself on first base. Now another outfielder, Luke Reed, digging in. Reed, nice night for him last night.
Mitchell,
2 singles and 2 walks as well. So 4 times he got up on base. RBI single as well. That was in the 6th inning, scoring the first run for the A's in yesterday's comeback bid. First pitch from Bennett there, outside for ball 1. Bennett long peek at first, coming home. Retakes, strike up high in the zone, 1-1. Signs getting called out to both Ree and Mitchell. We'll see what that might indicate. We've seen Ree drop down bunts before. Perhaps that could be the case here, and Mitchell trying to move to second base. Yep, he's on the move. That looked to be a hit and run there. And throw gets in the outfield. Mitchell's going to head for third. See, that might be a better view. All right. Well, we saw what the play was. That was definitely a hit and run. Luke Ree swinging at a pitch way high out of the zone to try and distract, and it pays off. Poor throw from the catcher, bounces into the outfield, and it is Scott Mitchell at third base now with no outs. Wild pitch. Here comes Mitchell to the plate. He's safe. All righty, there we go. A's strike first in this series. 1-0 A's, and Luke Ree hasn't even got a ball in play. Mitchell gets from first to home while Luke Ree is still completing his at-bat. Little emergency hack there from him to keep it alive, 2-2.
That foul ball brought to you by Falcon Freight Logistics. Local carrier for all shipping and warehouse needs and servicing Northern California since 2018.
Bennett's pitch to Reed. Drills it towards the Colt 45s dugout. Thankfully, nobody gets hit.
I don't look like somebody, with an ugly stick. That's all.
Another 2-2 pitch on the way to Reed, and he is out of that one. Fouls it off, stays alive. Thanks for letting me know about the potential sound issue there. Let me know if it still sounds choppy throughout the next inning or so. Little chopper here to the third baseman. It's going to be close. Throw on the way. Not even close, actually. Luke Ree settles in with an infield single.
Third base is good for an infield single.
Well, so far this inning hasn't been the prettiest for the A's in terms of their hitting, but this is something that they've been lacking, just getting balls in play and being able to manufacture. So see it there, Luke Ree, little dribbler infield single, able to use his wheels, and we'll see if he uses them to get to second base. In the meantime, Julian Rodriguez shows bunt, and it's fouled back to the screen. More signals getting called out here from manager Wyatt Featherston. Might be changing up the calls now after that bunt attempt. Long peek from Bennett at first, coming home. Bunts yet again. It's right to the pitcher. Throw in time to get Rodriguez out, but Luke Ree able to get into second base. A's playing some small ball here, and it's working in their favor. Runner at second, that's Ree, and only one down after the bunt out.
He's for number 12, Luke Navarro.
One out, it's going to be Luke Navarro trying to drive in Luke Ree there, and the A's are really vocal here. Signs getting called out, it seems, almost every batter, almost every single pitch. Navarro digs in for his first pitch. Bennett looking at Ree quite a bit. Ree with a big lead off. He's going, and Navarro sends us out to center field. Base hit. Ree was thinking that it might be caught, so he ends up getting caught in between. Not able to score there, but Navarro does his job. He's parked at first base with a single, and the A's have runners at the corners, only one out.
Navarro singles in center field. Putting runners at the corners for second baseman number 63, Aiden
I
Perry.
agree, Mrs. Perry. I'll take ugly singles any day. Just need to get those runners on base and manufacture runs. A's are doing so here. That was another softly hit ball, but drops in for a single, and they are able to string together some hits right now and hopefully some more runs. Aiden Perry now the batter. He's the 8-hole hitter. First pitch onto him. It's lefty versus lefty. It's called strike 0-1. Bennett taking a peek at Navarro, comes home. Pitch outside for a ball. Throw down to second. And Navarro's in there safely, able to swipe second base. A's are looking like a completely different team here early on in this game, and it is quite refreshing to see. They are bringing their A game here today and looking to take one from the Colt 45s before we head back to Fresno. So now Bennett has runners on second and third, 2 runners in scoring position, only 1 out. Ball in play, could score a run. Punt showing, Perry pulls back, ball taken, 2-1. Unsure if you're able to hear Manager Wyatt Featherston in my mic, but like I said, it's just about every single pitch here that we're hearing signs. It's almost a radical shift in strategy here that seems to be working. Infield's crashing in. Perry pulls the bunt back, and it is called strike. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Bennett looking for a crucial out here. Perry watches this one outside for 3-2. Encouragement from the coaching staff here to Perry. Finds himself full count. It's 3-2-1, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. And big moment here to try and build a nice solid lead early on for the A's. Payoff pitch on the way to Perry. Takes it inside for ball 4. My goodness, the A's have the bases loaded here in the top of the second inning. And it is
number 4, Tyson Miller.
Jacob Maynard to try and take advantage of 9-hole hitter. Big spot for him. Perhaps an advantage to him as it is righty versus lefty here. Top of the lineup already on deck. That's Tyson Miller. Maynard, a bit of a tough night last night. 2 strikeouts. Didn't get on base with a walk, though. Watches this pitch outside for a ball, 1-0. Maynard waiting on the 1-0. Swing and a miss out ahead of that one.
Swing.
As mentioned, that ball was carrying in batting practice. We did see Maynor leave the ballpark earlier. Heck of a time to do that now. But he shows bunt. Pitcher's crashing, and it is safe, and Maynor is safe. Now, Navone's coming home. No, he's not. He's going to have to hold up. But successful bunt single for Maynor. RBI bunt single, as a matter of fact. And the A's rolling here 2-0. Bases still loaded. A's are absolutely small balling the heck out of the Colt 45s right now, and they're having a rough time trying to cover that defensively. Already 6 batters up, 5 of them have reached. Tough time here for Bennett to start out this game. It'll prompt a meeting on the mound between the pitching coach and the infielders. Runners on base now for the A's are going to be Navone at third, Perry at second, Maynor at first after his RBI bunt. Well, let's see what the A's have up their sleeve here with bases loaded. It's one of their best hitters, Tyson Miller. They might just try and let him rip it here, but we'll see. He could use that speed as well. He's already showing bunt. First baseman crashing way in. So is the third baseman. Pulls it back, hits it down the right field line. That's going to be caught for an out, but here comes Navone in to score. Going to be in there with plenty of time. Sacrifice fly for Miller. RBI. A's 3-0.
Sacrifice fly to right fielder Rafael for out number 2. Another run scores. Now batting, you beer batter. Shortstop, number 14, George Smith.
All right, with 2 down, George Smith now up. Going to be the 8th batter of this inning. Runners on first and second. It's fouled out of play on the right side, 0-1. Smith last time up, strikeout to be out number 2 of the first inning. Looking at second base, comes home, ball taken.
It's signed up for the Dizzy Bat race. Please meet me behind the home team dugout.
1-1 count here for Smith. Bennett still battling, trying to get out of this inning. Already 3 spot for the A's. Could be worse, though, if Smith finds a gap. Not on that pitch, though. He takes it for a strike, 1-2. One-two advantage here to Bennett, looking for that final punch-out pitch. Not on that one, though, as it's fouled into the screen. Eating up pitches for Bennett here. We talked about how crucial that's been for the Colt 45s. Both Weller and King for the A's the past 2 games have had big second innings that not necessarily put the A's out of it, but just ate up a lot of the pitch count and shortened up that start. Foul ball hit towards the Colt 45's dugout. See if I have the stats for that. Cooper King in the second inning ended up getting to 55 pitches. As for Weller, he was up to 46. Right now, Bennett sitting at 41 pitches his own. Certainly not what the Colt 45s would like. Hopefully looking to eat up more is Smith, but this one is fouled right towards Hayes Edens, who's able to avoid it. Still 1-2 count here. Smith is fighting and battling here with a couple foul balls in a row. Bit of a slight breeze at the beginning of the game now. Looks like the flag is just at standstill in center field. So Air is still here, but the A's are not. They are moving and grooving right now as this one's hit up the middle. It's going to find a hole. Single for George Smith. Here comes Aiden Perry around the score, slides, and that makes it 4-0 A's. Man, they have been waiting for this kind of offensive production and explosion all series long. We saw a little preview of it last night. They really just needed something positive to have a good game, and it looks like
hitter number 33, Hayes.
that comeback bid last night has helped them out immensely in today's game. 4 runs in this inning already. That is it now, and it is George Smith at first. Still searching for that final out against Hayes Edens now, 9th batter of the inning. First pitch in there for a strike. Couple of peeks at Maynard at second. Bennett comes home. Big swing and a miss. Way out in front of it is Edens there for 0-2. Usually see with 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runners on the move here. We'll see if they decide to do that with just 2 outs. They do not yet, at least, and this one's taken in the dirt. Good block from the catcher to keep the runners at bay, 1-2. Bennett, a couple peeks at Maynard, comes home inside, ripped it really hard there, but unable to find the spot, and the count runs even at 2 apiece. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here. Edens ended the first inning with a strikeout, looking to extend the second inning here, which has already been a wildly successful one. Swing and a miss way in front, and he gets tagged out, so he will end the second inning.
The Athletics pick up 4 runs.
The A's are able to have a very successful second inning. 4 runs scored, 9 batters come across, and they have the early advantage for the first time this weekend. 4-0. Colt 45s looking to bounce back. Great 1-2-3 inning to start out the A's defensively. Cal Noonan looking to guide another one here for them. 2 strikeouts in that first inning, and he'll look for another one against DeCanio. But starts him out way inside, might have gone behind him, and it is 1-0. DeCanio has started both games for the Colt 45s, was in the cleanup spot on Thursday, then moved up a spot yesterday, back to clean up today. Noonan 2-0 early on to him. DeCanio yesterday, 2 singles, a walk, scored once, and had a single as well on Thursday. 2 of them, as a matter of fact. So 4 hits in this series, productive for him. Noonan throws another ball, and he has gotten behind early here, 3-0, threatening to get a first base runner on base for the 45s. 3-0 pitch comes back with the strike, 3-1. In the meantime, we'll highlight Noonan's stats on the year. He came into this game with 29 innings pitched. This is his 3rd start on the season. Most of his appearances have been out of the bullpen. But with some injuries in the later part of the season, he's been getting some starts as he pumps in a strike there to make it a full count. Credited with 1 win, no losses, does also have a recorded save. Into his windup on the full count. This is chopped up the middle. Aiden Perry fields it, throws it quick. In time for out number 1.
4-3 put out for out number 1.
Getting back to Noonan's stats, though, 6 earned runs out of 7 runs scored against him.
Stepping into
9
the batter's box
strikeouts.
for the 45, second baseman number 7,
Essentially 3 strikeouts to every 1 walk. 1.86 ERA, very good mark there. Same with the opposing batting average, .157. Starts out his second batter of this inning, that is Green, with a ball, 1-0. Pitch number 2 on the way, upstairs, outside, 2-0. Green was batting cleanup yesterday, had a double and scored in the second inning. 2-0 pitch onto him, upstairs yet again, 3-0. So Noonan struggling with a little bit of control command here early on, was able to battle back against DeCanio to start out this inning, but he's going to have to do it again against Green. 3-0 pitch on the way to him. It is called strike right down the pipe. 3-1 pitch, swung at, fouled away, and Noonan has yet again fought back from 3-0 to fill it up at 3. Yet another payoff pitch on the way. It's taken low and outside, ball 4. Noonan unable to battle back in this one. Made it close, but no cigar. Green takes his base. First base runner for the Colt 45s.
Okay. Ryan, hey.
One down and it's Ryan Hamp digs in, and you want to talk about somebody that knows how to get on base. This series has been fantastic for Ham. He was 4 for 4 with getting on base on Thursday, as this one's chopped into Vode, 5-4. Oh my, phenomenal work from the A's there. It was a high chopper. DeVode had to make a quick snap throw. He does. And Perry makes an on-the-dot throw as a base runner is sliding right into it and still gets it done. And that of the second. Great stuff from the A's, 5-4-3, and they'll be up to bat at the top of Well, we talked about the A's needing a change in this series, and we've seen it big time already early on in this game. Great defense early on with that inning-ending double play, and great offense so far. 4 runs last inning. Scott Mitchell leading things off this inning just like he did last inning, and he is ahead early on 2-0 against Bennett. Mitchell led things off last inning, just hitting the ball in play, and shortstop with the bobble, punt, whatever you wanted to call it, unable to handle the ground ball hit. Mitchell got on base, and that started it all. And he's looking to start it all yet again here. 3-0 advantage against Bennett as his catcher, McMillan, tells him to just chill out and relax. Bennett's strike 3-1. Mitchell outside, ball 4, and starts again here. Mitchell with the leadoff walk, just what they need, and looking to cash in some more runs as
Mitchell draws it up.
digs in.
Bringing to the plate, right fielder number 2, Luke Ray.
Reed's last time up, he dribbled into an infield single on the left side. Third baseman had to hard charge it and make a throw on the run. It was somewhat close, but no cigar for them. Reed became the second run scored for them, takes this one low and outside for a ball. So counting it up here for the A's, that's already 4 hits in this game. And we are only in the 3rd inning. Thursday's game, refreshing change for them. Ball taken upstairs here, 2-0, and all this early trouble here for Bennett has caused the Colt 45s to warm up somebody in the bullpen. Two-0 pitch to Reed, taken for a strike. He started his motion for his swing early, but didn't pull the trigger and takes strike 1, 2-1. See if Mitchell plans on taking off anytime soon. Bennett taking a peek to make sure he doesn't. He doesn't as Reed hits this one in the air, out of play, foul ball, 2-2. Two-two swung on and missed. Reed down on strikes.
Oh, damn.
So already 4 strikeouts for Bennett in just 2 1/3 innings of work. Looks solid on paper, but as we saw, that second inning was quite rough. But he's looking to try and find a groove here and extend his start. Talked about how those pitches really got eaten up there for him. He was up to 48 at the end of 2 innings. Julian Rodriguez steps in, first pitch for a strike.
Now batting, catcher number 44, Julian Rodriguez.
Rodriguez bunted to the pitcher, was close to beating it out, but not quite. Still did his job, though, moved the base runners to second and third, and he rips this one out to left center field. Looks like it's just going to hang up in front of the wall. Yes, it is for out number 2. Rodriguez gave that one a run, but just under it. It had potential to leave the ballpark on this hot summer night.
Now batting, third baseman number 12, Luke Navad.
So with 2 down now, it's going to be Luke Navad. Mitchell, the leadoff walk, still at first base. Quite the contrast from when he got on with an error and then managed to score during Luke Reed's at-bat, which was just the batter right after him.
Navode, first pitch, tried to hold back. It goes off the bat into the screen.
That
Foul.
brought to you by Paint Marts, locally owned paint store. See Paint Marts first before you pick up that paintbrush.
0-1 pitch on a Navode. It is fouled out of play. Sounds from the crowd indicate it was close to hitting a car. Thankfully, no. We did hear a couple of dinks and doinks in last night's game. 0-2 disadvantage here to Navode, though, trying to get something in play to extend this inning. Bennett looking for a much cleaner third inning. 0-2, it is sent out down right field line, and it is going to be caught, it looks like, for out number 3. It was out of my view, might have been in view for you on camera. Didn't know if it was going to take him out of play, but it is going to be a long foul out for Navode and the end of this inning. Much more
Homer, don't sit down. You're up.
inning for the Colt
Homer
45s on defense. They
taking a break.
scoreless after
Everybody
lead on the
knows
clock.
that.
Still 4-0 as we hit the bottom of the third.
Scheduled wrestling time. Final complaint. From Sacramento, California, playing out of Sac City College, third baseman number 36, Sam Marr.
Bottom of the third starts out with a ball to Marr, 1-0. Wasn't quite 3 up, 3 down last inning, but it was only 3 batter inning for Noonan after that great double play turned by the Athletics. Blows a strike there by Marr for 1-1. Marr was not in the lineup for yesterday's game, but did start Thursday's game. Was able to get on base twice via the walk and score twice. Pitch up in the zone for 2-1. This one blasted out to left center. It gets over Scott Mitchell's head. That's going to be extra bases for Marr. Throw into second base.
Stand up double for Marr.
Time. That's a stand up double for Marr. And just the way the Colt 45s want to start out this bottom of the third.
Now batting, catcher number 31,
Hit
Ray
there
McMillan.
for the Colt 45s, and they are looking to cash in on their first run of this ball game. It's going to be Noonan versus McMillan. That's the catcher for the 45s. Pitch number 1 on the way. It's inside for a ball. So Noonan over this last inning and a half having a little bit of a struggle with the commander control, it seems. A little more balls than he'd certainly like, but still efficient thus far. He entered this inning with just 24 pitches thrown. Looking over to second base, comes home, way upstairs, 2-0. McMillan, another person that was not featured in yesterday's lineup. Instead, that was Zanny behind the plate. McMillan was Saturday's catcher, though, and was able to get on base 3 times, walk, RBI single, and an error. 2-0 pitch onto him. Has to back out of the box to avoid getting hit in the lower leg. Ball there, 3-0. Taking a long look at Mark, comes home, ball 4 on 4. 4 pitches. Second walk of the
Let's hear it for Kieran. He's helping out the squad tonight.
That is going to be
Good
a
job, Kieran.
self-induced pitcher's visit just by the fielders here. George Smith coming in, Julian Rodriguez coming into the mound to just chat with their teammate
Now batting.
and calm things down.
Left fielder, number 27, Tyler Zanizer.
9-hole hitter Zanheiser with a big chance here to cut that lead and deficit for the Colt 45s. Noonan's first pitch to him is chopped at, and it is fair ball. Throw over from Noonan. Nevoe sails way wide. Self-inflicted wound for the A's. That is going to be 1 run in at least. And we got to wait to see if this run counts from third. I don't think it should. That runner should be back at third. 2 runs should not be in here for the Colt 45s. It should only be 1. There was runners on first and second. It should just be the runner that went from second to third to come in home to score. At the moment, the umpires have it as 4-2, but they're going to have a talk about it. In the meantime, though, that was really rough for the A's there. Not what they needed. E5 throws sails wide out of play. And, yep, there we go. We're going to get the runner back on third base. That is the correct call from the home plate umpire and the umpiring crew in general. But 1 run does come across the score, and it is now 4-1. Colt 45. Still no outs in this inning, though. Tough predicament here for Noonan to try and get out of and maintain a solid lead. Pitch number 1, showing bunts, and pulls it back, ball 1. Number 2, outside, look to be perhaps high as well, 2-0. And the good vibrations the A's had early on in this game starting to waver just a little bit, as Colt 45s are looking to get right back into this one early on, bottom of the third. Pitch number 2. Maynard catches it for out number 1. That was Rogowski that pops out there to Maynard. Finally, first out recorded in 4 batters, and now A's looking to get out of this
For
man.
the 45s from Vista, California, and playing out of the University of Hawaii, right fielder, number 2, Colby Rafael.
No force out on the double play available here. Looks like we'll see if the A's are going to play very aggressive with their defense here and crowd the grass. The corner infielders certainly are. This one misses upstairs for a ball. That is to Rafael. One-zero pitch, chopped on the ground, could be trouble. Perry, great defensive play had to charge hard and then
Number 3,
throw it against his body
the
for
run
the out.
scores.
Gets it done. Out recorded, run scores. That'll be a trade 1-for-1 there. And that is run number 2 in for the Colt 45s. It's now 4-2 Athletics.
Now batting. First baseman, number 24, Andrew Mora.
Runner now moves to third, Zanheiser. So 90 feet away for run 3 to just make it a 1-run deficit. The first baseman, Mora, lefty versus lefty matchup, digging in. Ball taken there, low, 1-0. Mora struck out in the first inning to finish things out. That was good 1-2-3 for Noonan. First 2 innings were pretty good for him. First bit of trouble in this inning. 1-0 pitch to Mora, taken down low, 2-0. That was definitely solid location by him, but just unable to get a chase or steal a strike at the bottom of the zone. Two-0 from Noonan is strike 1 of this at-bat. Shadows have already disappeared, or sunlight has already disappeared from the field of play here, so all even lighting there, no worries. Lights coming on here early on, starting to overtake the field. 2-1 pitch on the way, swing and a miss, down low in the zone, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. We've seen it a lot already in this series. Another instance of it. Noonan looking to finish things off, but he's going to have to wait another pitch as he misses high and outside.
Positive inside.
Full count to Mora. Noonan's payoff is chopped at foul, weakly to the backstop.
NFL ball brought to you by Stevens Media Group. Local radio supporting local sports.
Payoff pitch number 2. It is up and in for ball 4. Runners now for the Colt 45, still not out of this little jam is Noonan, and today is
20, Dom DeCanio.
second walk of this inning for Noonan, third overall through 3 innings. Certainly would like to keep that down going forward, but he's going to have to face DeCanio to get out of this inning. DeCanio led things off in the second inning with a ground out to second base. He lines this one, base hit up the middle. That's going to be 1 run in at the very least. Throw into third, beats the runner big time. And that is out number 3. Great outfield assist there from Tyson Miller to have
single by DeCanio.
Mora just absolutely thrown out by a mile. That'll end this inning. Colt 45's coach is going to have his say, though. Hands on hips. He does not look too happy about this. We've already seen contentious moments with coaches. We'll see if we see more later in this ball. Oh, shake of the hand, just like, whatever, comes from the 45's Colt. But the 45s were able to get 3 runs in that inning. It's only 1-run game as we head to the top of the 4th.
number 63, Aiden Perry.
Top of the fourth, Aiden Perry leading things off. That's going to be 8-9-1 due up here for the Athletics. First pitch on to Perry, called strike, 0-1. Perry's first time up was able to work a walk and scored the fourth run for the game thus far for the Athletics. Bennett started this inning with already 63 pitches through just 3 innings. Safe to say it'll most likely only be 2 innings max for him in this one. Last pitch was a ball there to Perry, 1-1 into his windup on the way upstairs for ball 2. Both pitchers with a little bit of a struggle trying to fire in consistent strikes at the moment. That one's definitely a strike. It's a ground out to Mora at first base. A little bit closer than you would have thought, but still under control for out number 1.
Now batting, first baseman, number 23, Jacob Maynard.
At bat number 2 for Jacob Maynard, RBI single in the top of the second inning. Pitch number 1 onto him, gave it a ride, but comes up empty, 0-1. Sent out high into center field. Looks like it's going to be easy money. Yes, number 2.
Round number 2.
Quick 2 up, 2 down here for the A's. That'll mean it's the top of the lineup, Tyson Miller. Interesting little call out there from the catcher for seconds. Perhaps just adjusting the alignment of the infield. There is a bit of an interesting alignment there. Shortstop is playing a lot closer to that second base bag. Second baseman playing a lot closer to the first baseman. Interesting shift going on after they've seen the way Tyson Miller hits and can get hits. First pitch he takes in the dirt, ball 1. Miller already 2 at-bats in this game. Had a ground out in the first inning and a sacrifice fly. Cashed in a run in the second inning. Takes another ball here inside, 2-0. Bennett searching for strike 1 against Miller. There it is. 2-1. Third baseman playing almost closer to the natural shortstop position than the third base position. Really putting on the shift here against Miller. Outfielders look like they're playing a little bit more true to their position. As we return back to this at-bat, though, 2-2. Count is even. Bennett looking for that final strikeout pitch. Not going to happen here, though, as Miller is unable to drop to for out number 3. So the A's go 3 up, 3 down in the top of the fourth. Still up, though, but only by 1.
And playing out of Folsom College, second baseman number 7, Dylan Green.
Bottom of the fourth looks like this. It is going to be 5, 6, 7 for the Colt 45s. First pitch swung on and missed for strike 1 to Green. Green so far today was able to work a walk, so official on the day. And Noonan's day is done already. For the A's, it'll only be 3 innings for him. Not eligible for the win with that little of innings, but coming on in relief.
Now ball brought to you
is
by
Jack
Geist
Geist.
Fitness Club. Your Redding Colt 45s, pump iron.
0-2 to Green here as we are looking for some Zach Geist stats. 36 innings pitched coming into this game. This is his 10th appearance overall. This one laced over. I think we might have just cut that a little bit too late, but it was a nice sliding grab on one knee for out number 1. Got to feel really refreshing for Mr. Perry tonight. With some nice defensive plays he's been making, because Thursday's game was just tough to stop. He was not necessarily doing anything wrong, but the Colt 45s in that 4th inning just kept hitting it softly up the middle, and it was just painfully out of reach as he was making diving efforts. Geis here starts out 1-0 to Ham. Was talking about how he has been terrific at getting on base in this series. He's gotten on base 7 times. That is 7 out of the 8 possible times coming in today. Maynard with a great dig on the ground ball. We're out. Number 2. With the exception of one error, it's been great defense for the A's here today, and they could sure use that to maintain this lead, because the Colt 45s are hungry and looking for that sweep.
Third baseman number 36, Sam Marr.
Two up, 2 down, laced over Aiden Perry for a base hit. That's going to be Marr. He's digging for 2. Throw is coming in, not in time. Wow, so that is not only one, but 2 doubles here for Marr. Heck of a day already for him. 4 bases total just off of that. 6, as a matter of fact, since he scored in the 3rd inning.
Number 31, Ray McMillan.
So 2-out double here makes it a little bit interesting for Geis and the A's on defense. And McMillan's going to look to bring him around to score. First pitch, down low, called ball. Good pitch, good location, but doesn't get the call. Getting back to Geis' stats, though, 1-1 on the season is his record, and 18 earned runs, 22 total, 39 strikeouts to 13 walks, so 3-to-1 ratio there, 4.5 ERA. Batting average against .254. Solid overall for him. And returning back to McMillan, it is 2-0 advantage to him. McMillan worked a walk in the 3rd inning, scored the 2nd of 3 runs. 2-0 on the way in the dirt. Good block from Rodriguez to keep Marr at second base. .30 hole here for Geis looking to dig out of it, try and battle back and record that final out. Not going to happen there, though, as that pitch is outside. It's a 4-pitch walk. McMillan take first base. Runners on first and second with the 9-hole hitter, Zanizer, looking to catch in on this opportunity to tie it up.
Entering the game is courtesy runner number 4, Mark Anthony Carroll.
Yet again, we see the guy. We saw that in Thursday's game, and it's happening again here on Saturday. They're phrasing it as a courtesy runner. Very interesting. But runners on first and second. Zanizer looking to drive him in. Ball gets behind Rodriguez and safely So the force out is out of play at second and third now, only at first. And it makes this final out perhaps a little bit more complicated. Now Zanheiser, with any base hit deposited in the outfield, could possibly score Marr and Carroll. 1-0 here. Geis on the way, dots it outside, strike. One and one, low and outside for a ball, 2-1. Guys looking to get some more consistent strikes pumped in there before the Colt 45s may possibly tie things up or even take the lead. Sennheiser reached base on an error in the third inning, scored as well. Doesn't score here, though. Swing and a miss, 2-2.
Deuces.
Deuces, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Like I mentioned, we've seen it quite a lot here in this series, and we see it again. This one's ripped out to George Smith. That's short. Able to catch that. Nice. Gets out of it, and that'll end this bottom of the fourth. A's still up by 1 run as we hit the top of the fifth.
Score is Fresno 4, Redding 3.
Already top of the fifth. A lot quicker pace game here tonight than it was last night, that's for sure. Like tell marathon at 3.5. The very
Batter. Shortstop, number 14, George Smith.
It's going to be George Smith leading things off here. I notice we probably don't have the best connectivity yet again here tonight. So there is
it's the first and fifth
potential I will get that hot spot going here tonight. Looked like it was okay enough yesterday. Today, perhaps not so much. Just don't want to get overcharged on my personal phone for a hot spot. So tonight looks like we might be able to manage that. This one gets out of play on top of the storage set. It sounds that is 0-2 disadvantage here to George Smith. Smith, though, 1 for 2, able to get an RBI single in that second inning. The last run scored of that inning cashed in Aiden Perry on that. Aside from that, struck out in the first. 0-2 pitch on the way upstairs for a ball, 1-2. Bennett still looking to try and extend his outing here to the fifth inning. One-two pitch on the way to him. Downstairs, 2-2. In the meantime, we'll talk about Noonan's day. It was just 3 innings, 2 hits, 2 strikeouts, 3 walks. A little bit high of a number there, but certainly not as bad of a result as it could have been with those, as George Smith swings and misses for a strikeout and out number 1. Noonan ended up giving up 3 runs. Interesting stat here that I thought, though, it is
we have
0
batter, folks. Excuse me. It's $1 off for the rest of the
Understanding of the rule was that if a runner reaches base on an error, then if he comes in
all
to
kinds of
score,
beer going on.
that does not count as a run. However, a run did come in to score based off of the errant throw from Nevode, so perhaps the rule has changed or my understanding of it was wrong from the start. Either way, it's 1-0. Eden sends this down to left field. It's an hanger, easy money for out number 2.
Designated hitter Edens flies out to left fielder Zanizer for out number 2.
It's a quick 2 up, 2 down yet again for the
Now
A's
batting,
here.
left fielder number 15, Scott
1 out
Mitchell.
away from going back-to-back 3 up, 3 down for the A's on offense. Scott Mitchell looking to prevent that, though. He has been productive already in this game. He's gotten on base 2 times, once on an error and another time working a walk in the 3rd inning. First pitch to him is hit what sounded like potentially a broken bat. It's out into right field. It's dropped from the second baseman. Looked like the right fielder might have had a better read and beat on it, but the second baseman looks to make the catch himself and is unable to come up with it. I do believe that is going to be an E4 on that one. A couple bobbles, then an eventual drop, but it is a 2-out base runner here for the A's. Mitchell getting on base yet again. 3 for 3 in that regard.
Right.
Two down, runner on first. Bennett comes home. Luke Reed takes ball 1. Long pause here for Bennett on the mound. Comes home. Reed blasts this one out to left center field. It splits the outfielders. Here comes Mitchell. He's going around third, and he's going to hold up at third. Coach Ben Youngblood gives him the stop sign, but he gets himself a double on that one. Second and third. A little bit of something cooking up here for the A's late in this inning with 2 down.
Julian Rodriguez.
Rally, here we go. Sure hope so. Julian Rodriguez looking to cash in on this opportunity.
The trouble tonight.
Rodriguez 0 for 2, productive out in the second inning to get the base runners to move and advance them and get some runs in. Also flew out to left field in the 3rd inning. Gave it a long, good ride there, but just got under it in that inning. Takes the ball. No.
They can heal, if you will.
Coach for the Colt 45s coming on out to have a chat with Bennett. We'll see if that's the end of the day for him, as they do have an arm warming up. But looks like it might just be some chatter to talk some strategy with 2 down here. Also just calm the nerves.
Somewhere in this town. See me in the bars, we don't like it. So we'll get up. See us coming up, ring its best.
This is on the mound's over. Catcher McMillan head back to home plate, and Julian Rodriguez still looking to cash in here for the A's. Worked a 4-run lead in the second inning. Gotten down to 1 here, but base hit here could make it back to a 3-run lead as Mitch is on third. Reed is on second. 1-0 pitch from Bennett to Rodriguez, taken down low for a ball. 2-0 to Rodriguez. Nevode on deck for the A's, has a single of his own in this game. Two-zero pitch. Rodriguez swings and misses. 2-1. Good to see the support of the Fresno A's fans here in Redding, California. Long drive and hot conditions, no doubt, but we appreciate them for supporting us up here. And we appreciate you supporting us watching at home. 2-1 popped up. It's going to get out of play. 2-2. Bennett coming set now. 2 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Yet again, pitch on the way. Chopped up the middle. It's going to be the shortstop on the throw. It gets the job done. So a little bit of a late inning threat there for the A's, but unable to cash in. 2 runners left on base. That's Mitchell and Ree after there.
We have a
Reach on an error and double, respectively. A's still up by 1. As we are halfway home in this one, we head to the bottom of the 5th. Back up to the top of the lineup for the Colt 45s. Rogowski leads things off. Geis working his second inning and just rips a fastball right by the bunt attempt, and it comes up empty for 0-1. Rogowski 0 for 2 on the day. Strikeout and a pop out. Been a tough series for him overall against the A's. Looking to get things going right here. Won't, but wisely takes it for a ball. 1-1. So Bennett finishes the 5th inning there with 89 pitches. Would be surprised if we see him come out for a 6th inning of work. This one's chopped over to Aiden Perry on the charge. Another great, quick, snappy defensive play for out number 1. Perry, great stuff from him at second base today.
Results in out number 1. Now batting, right fielder number 2, Colby Rafael.
Rafael comes up with 1 down so far today, 0 for 2, but one of those at-bats were a sacrifice ground out to score a run, RBI. First pitch called strike to him, 0-1. Coach is calling out defensive adjustments here, moving Tyson Miller to more of a true center field position instead of being shaded to the left. Rafael hits this on a nub over to, looks to be right field actually. Got over the
base hit for Rafael.
Base hit. And the Colt 45s have a base runner on with 1 out.
Fever. And the only prescription is more cowbell. Oh,
So it looks like that's going to be the fourth hit of the day for the Colt 45s. Two of those coming via Mar, and they're both doubles. He's been mashing the ball. Mora certainly a batter that can mash the ball himself. He's now up righty versus lefty.
Now batting
First two matchups
first
for
baseman
him.
number 3 gets Andrew
Lefty
Mora.
versus lefty. Didn't work out too well for him as a strikeout in the first inning, but did get a walk in the third inning, so 0 for 1 on the day. Takes that first pitch from Guys for ball 1. Pitch number 2 coming on the way. Late on that one. Snappy right into the back screen for 1-1. Geis is 1-1, upstairs 2-1. Thinking about it, the Colt 45s haven't really been too aggressive with base stealing so far in tonight's game. Granted, not too many chances for them to do so, but we saw them get really aggressive with it earlier in this series. Pitch down low in the dirt for a ball. Mora up in this one, 3-1. 3-1 pitch, runner on the move, and the throw down doesn't matter. That's going to be ball 4. Was going to say he had him dead right to that one, but Mora able to get to first base, and Rafael easily have second base. So yet another chance here.
And playing out of Reedley College.
45s to get the
Designated hitter number 20, Dom DeCanio.
Back-to-back innings for guys having runners on first and second. Tough here for him. Would dearly love to have another double play turned by the Athletics in this inning. They were able to do so in the second inning when Noonan was still on the mound. First pitch down low. Good spot the Athletics dugout calls out, but still a ball, 1-0. Get that camera back on first here. 1-0 pitch from Geis is chopped foul towards the Athletics dugout.
That foul ball brought to you by Crystal Creek Aggregate. Top quality aggregates for all of your construction and landscaping needs.
DeCanio is the batter right now. He had RBI single in the third inning. That ended the action. His RBI single was when Mora got thrown out at third. Outfield assist from... Oh, that is going to be no outs reported here unless the back pick gets him at third. No, it's not. Was caught in between sentences there trying to say Tyson Miller recorded an outfield assist. That was a slow chopper over to second base from DeCanio. Perry waiting for it.
Now
Tries to shovel past it to second to George Smith, but the runner was already safe at second. That was Laura, and the bases are now
Baseman number 7, Dylan Green.
for the Colt 45s. It's going to be Rafael at third, Mora at second, DeCanio at first, and only one down. Still looking for that double play ball. Corner infielders are on the grass. First pitch called strike. So it's going to be Green that is up now. 0 for 1 on the day. Did work a walk in the second inning. Big moment here in the game already, and we're only halfway home. It's sky high in the air. Who wants it? It's going to be George Smith who catches it. Tag up. Throw coming home. It's going to be close. He is. Says that's a double play. My audio might have peaked there with the excitement of me, the excitement of the A's fans. Holy smokes. Incredible defensive play from George Smith, unassisted, catches it, throws a dart home, and Julian Rodriguez puts on the tag to get this inning done and dusted. that keeps the score at the way it is, 4-3. And Colt 45's manager is going to have a little chat about that one. We'll head to the top of the 6th inning. A's keeping a 1-run lead. Luke Nevode leading things off for the A's. That'll mean it's 8-9, bottom of the lineup. Nevode 1 for 2 on the day, single and scored a run. Part of that big second inning for the A's. Takes ball 1 down low to start out this inning. New pitcher report on the mound for the Colt 45s. That's going to be Sanchez on the mound. Bennett's day is done after 5 innings. Wasn't necessarily a bad 5 innings. That second run is certainly a bit of a stain on the day as Nevode takes another ball for 2-0. So yeah, that second inning, not so great, but ever since then was able to keep things fairly steady. And just another interesting stat here, both starters giving up multiple runs. For Noonan, it was 3. For Bennett, it's 4. And for Nevode, it's 3-0. But in the meantime, 4 runs given up for Bennett. 0 of those being earned. That's what I was mentioning with Noonan as well. That was 3 runs for him. None of them earned as well. Very curious cases here of the defenses letting their starting pitcher down in certain aspects. Nevode, meantime, not letting his team down, works an easy 4-pitch walk, and that's a leadoff base runner for the A's.
Wow, draws a walk. Bring it to the plate. Second baseman, number 63, Aiden Perry.
So talking about the Bennett's day, he is on the line for the loss at the moment, but only a 1-run deficit for the Colt 45. So any tie at any point will get him off the hook. It'll be a no decision. In the meantime, we start out with Aiden Perry's third at bat of the day, takes a strike, 0-1. Perry's been on base once via the walk, grounded out to first his last time up. A 1 pitch on the way to him, taken inside for a ball, 1-1. Sanchez is 1-1, upstairs 2-1. Some bodies in the bullpen for the Colt 45s, but looks like they're just sightseers at the moment, not really getting warmed up whatsoever. Can't see our own bullpen with my positioning, so I'll have to ask and see if we got anybody getting loose in the pen. 2-1 pitch on to Perry, low inside for a ball, 3-1. Interesting here for the A's, already giving out signs to their on-deck hitter, anticipating perhaps a walk here for Aiden Perry, and that is rightfully so. Low and inside, ball 4. Perry, take your base. Naveau down to second, and it is runners on first and second, no outs. Tough start here for Sanchez. He's trying to find that strike zone, and coming up empty. McMillan, in the meantime, we'll have a chat with him to try and settle things down. And that is Jacob Maynard, 9-hole hitter, with a great chance to at least move the runners around, if not score the first run since the second inning. And top of the lineup is looming for the Colt 45s here. Jason Miller is in that on-deck circle. Maynard RBI single, otherwise fly out to center. Sanchez looking to get things going here against him. Pitch number 1 on the way, shows butt, pulls it back. McMillan was scanning the field to see if he wanted to try a back pick. Doesn't. 1-0. Those were some healthy leads there, especially for Naveau at second base. Perry for sure as well, as that first baseman's up on the grass. No worries about him covering first. 1-0 pitch on the way. It's belted down the line, but foul. Boy, that could have been at least 1 run there for the A's. But Maynard will dig back in.
3 Waters. Providers of screen printing and embroidery located on Hartnell.
One to Maynard. Sanchez comes home to him. Bounced in the dirt. Great block from McMillan to keep the runners at first and second. New signals getting barked out from the dugout. We'll see if they're looking to put a bunt down here or not. We saw small ball in the second inning. Might see it here. Yep, Maynard showing bunt. Pulls it back, though. 3-1. Another order barked out here for the A's. We'll see what that might indicate. Colt 45s thinking it might be bunt again. The first baseman's creeping up. Yep, showing bunt. Pulls it back. That's ball 4. Tell you what, Maynard kind of crouched there and got lower. It looked like that might have been a strike, but that's perhaps because he did get lower in the zone and it looked like it went by his knees. But that is really tough for Sanchez here. That is 3 walks in a row to start things out in this inning, and bases are loaded with no outs. Big opportunity here for the A's to extend that lead, because Colt 45s are likely not done on offense. So in the meantime, it'll be a visit on the mound with Sanchez, and we'll take a brief break.
loaded. Center fielder number 4, Tyson Miller.
Heck of a situation here. Bases loaded, no outs. Tyson Miller looking to deposit a base hit any hole he can find. Curious to see how they'll play Miller, though. They had a bit of a shift going on, but now with bases loaded, they might have to play it differently. 1-0-1 to Miller, chopped on the ground. It's going to be to the shortstop. Throw over to second, gets the force out. Not able to get Miller at first. That's a fielder's choice. Center run batted in for the A's. Nevote comes home. It is 5-3 Athletics. Hey, Georgie, 2-2.
Now batting. Everybody's favorite batter, the beer batter. Shortstop, number 14, George Smith.
Choice. Unfortunately, my memory is lapsing on whether that's the case or not, but it is one down. Runners on the corners. George Smith and Miller gets in a pickle here, and he is going to try and get him in the pickle to try and get Perry home. We'll see what happens here. Miller is going to be out. Runner home. State. That was basically delaying the inevitable there. Perry was waiting and choosing to see when to go home. That does cost the A's an out, but they do get a run in as Perry takes advantage of Miller getting in a long pickle in between first and second base. Now it is 6-3 Athletics. Perfect. That was perfect. A little bit of gamesmanship and showmanship there for the Athletics trickery, let's call it. Getting the Colt 45s occupied in a pickle through first and second allows Perry to come home, and they have manufactured more runs here, something the A's have badly needed to stay in these games. 6-3 advantage to them. George Smith now working with bases empty, and he rips this one to the shortstop, bobbles it. Throw's going to be late. George Smith was safe. Infield single there for Smith, unless it's ruled an E6. Very well could be. But that's another base runner for the A's, and there might not be done scoring in this top of the sixth.
Designated hitter, number 33, Hayes Edens.
First pitch to Edens, taken upstairs for a ball, 1-0. George Smith is a heck of a speedster on the base pass. We'll see if he looks to go for 2. Eden still looking for a hit here, and there goes Smith down to second. He is out at second base.
He just won money from Members First Credit Union.
Well, it was just a matter of time to see when George Smith was going to try for 2, but he is cut down by McMillan on the throw down to second. That ends this inning.
$50 courtesy of Members First Credit Union.
In the top of the 7th inning.
Get
In the
those tickets
meantime,
out.
the A's are able to get 2 runs on the board. They extend their lead to 3. Colt 45 still battling, trying to come back.
Shortstop, number 19, Ryan Ham.
Crafty baseball from the A's has given them the lead here early in this game, and they've extended it. And George Smith fields the ground ball on the first.
6-3 put out for him.
Out number one.
We'd like to recognize Dignity
So
Health.
talking about the A's
all of
offense
the
tonight, it's been
Nice.
ball
That's
bunting and a little bit of trickery in between, with Miller getting caught in the pickle to let. We just saw that in the top half of this inning.
That's on sheet, folks.
One down now. Pitch on the way upstairs.
Number 36, Sam Marr.
It was Ham that grounded out to short, so Marr comes up now. He is Mr. Double in and out, might as well call him that. 2 doubles on the day. Guys come set on the 1-0 home. He goes, swing and a miss. Ahead
number 13509.
That had him out ahead.
509.
And I know we got plenty of ball game left here, but this is just the effort that we've been waiting to see all weekend. We knew that they were capable of it, and it has been gritty, tough, and fun to watch tonight. Guys, Dot's a beautiful pitch down in the zone. Doesn't get the call, doesn't get the swing, and it's 2-1. Geis is 2-1, swinging and a miss. This time he speeds him up down the pipe, swing and a miss. Count runs even at 2 apiece.
13509. In case you were confused about the
2-2 pitch, it's down low and away in the zone. 3-2 full count here to Marr.
We have a winner.
Marr looking for his 3rd straight base, and he's going to get it there. He got deflected right there on the upper arm. He'll take his base. 3 for 3 getting on base. As Geis loses him on pitch, number 6.
We have a winner.
All right, one down here. A's would dearly love a ground ball double play. They're going to have to get it against McMillan, though. He's looking to move Marr around those base paths. Geis's first pitch on the way. Chopped foul into the screen. Geis looks at first, comes home, taking it inside for ball 1. As mentioned earlier in the game, we haven't seen the Colt 45s try and swipe too many bases today. We'll see if Marr tries to break that trend. He's pretty fidgety, but doesn't go anywhere. This one's hit out to right field. That's caught from Marie. Easy out, Marr.
Congratulations. This CG just won $25 or $50, courtesy of Members First Credit Union.
There is out number 2
if she's not a member,
making it a lot easier.
$50 if she is
runner.
Force
Out, I should say, at first or second. 9-hole hitter Zanheiser looking to extend this inning. Geis coming set. And he'll start out Zanheiser with the ball outside. Zanheiser 0 for 2 on the day, but did reach base on an error and scored.
Now batting.
Looked silly on that swing.
Number 27, Tyler Zanheiser.
Just pulled the trigger late, and it was a bit of a half swing. No way, Jose, on that one. 1-1. Swing and a miss, blows it right by him for 1-2. Geis looking in control here after a little bit of trouble with that control early on in his appearance. 1-2 to Zanheiser. One pitch away from taking us to the 7th inning. Pitch on the way. Oh, beautiful pitch throwing outside. No call from the umpire. 2-2. Man, he definitely hit his spot there. Just no favor. And tell me if you've heard this before. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Plenty of instances of that in this game. Happens here again. Geis's pitch just chopped foul. We'll see another 2-2.
That foul ball brought to you by KCNR 1460 AM and 96.5 FM. Free Fire Radio and carrying the full season of Colt 45s games.
Geis not paying too much attention to Mara at second. He's just, or first, just looking to get that batter out. It's a blooper in right field. Catch. Oh, my gosh.
Nice pitch by right fielder.
Boy, I just hope we got that one for feed. That was phenomenal effort and inning-ending play. As I mentioned, this team's been playing cohesively as a unit tonight. Fantastic defense and great gritty offense gives them that 6-3 lead we see on the scoreboard. It is 6-3 as we hit the top of the 7th. We're hitting the top of the 7th. Hayes Eden's back up to bat as George Smith got thrown out. Is in the bottom of the set or bottom of the 6th. Goodness gracious, I'm all over the place. All right, so Hayes Eden's fouls that one. Oh,
Last for Tiger Field, last call.
Edens would dearly like a hit in this series. It's been tough for him. 5 strikeouts in 6 at bats. Upstairs there, 1-1, excuse me. Did fly out to left field in the 5th inning.
Be unavailable shortly, folks. Get them now.
Sanchez still on the mound for the Colt 45s, looking to work another inning. Swing and a miss there against the 2. On deck there for the A's is Mitchell. In the hole is going to be Ree. Looks like no substitutions, pinch hitter or defensive yet for the Athletics, but we'll see if that has potential to change. Ball down low, 2-2. This one hit up in the air, out of play, foul ball.
Brought by Muse Concrete Construction. A quality concrete contractor located in Northern California and serving the Western United States.
Did he go? Checks with first base. No is the call. Full count, 3-2. Eden's working a good at-bat here. As mentioned, could use a hit, could just use a base in general in this series. Sanchez works his windup, full count. Running. Strikes out looking there, and another tough day for him at the plate. Second time he has been rung up looking today, third overall, and 6 strikeouts and 7 at-bats this series. Certainly one to forget for Edens. But with one down, we'll turn our attention to Scott Mitchell, the left fielder. He is 3 for 3 in regards to getting on base. Swing and a miss to start out this at-bat. So 3 for 3 in regards to getting on base, but technically 0 for 2. Weird, quirky little thing there, but both times he has hit to get on base. Those were errors, and then he did walk once. Same pitch gets thrown to him there, but he's wise to it. Holds up. Takes it for a ball, 1-1. And it is indeed Luke Reed that's going to be digging in on deck. Good day for Reed, 2 for 3 with a double. This one chopped over to short throw on the way. Time for out number 2. So with 2 down, we'll see Luke Reed digging in here. As mentioned, good day for him, 2 for 3. And there definitely is a change here. Just looking around that infield for the Colt 45s, there is a replacement at short. That is going to be Carroll at short. This is a little blooper to the pitcher. Throw is wide. He was able to get out number 3. That was risky. That was tough. Was certainly hoping no injuries or tangled feet was going to happen there. Thankfully not. That throw was a little weird. He was able to toe tap the backside of the bag. Out for caps. So we'll head to the 7th inning stretch. And A's still looking to keep that lead after as it's 6-3.
You can sing along if you want.
Oh God, America, land I stand beside her through the night with the light from above, from the mountains to the prairies. Through the oceans, white with foam, so my home, sweet home.
Place like home.
Is that the only thing, Wyatt?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Very well, so get why it is.
All right, folks, I got 3 hot dogs and 2 burgers with someone's name on them.
All of our meats are R&R quality meats, folks. If you haven't tried our hot dogs and hamburgers, you're missing out.
Bounced in the dirt there from Geis for a ball, one strike. See if we got Geis's pitch counts updated here. No, it's not. We have 2 pitches so far in this inning, so we could just subtract that from the pitch count, total pitch count that is listed in Game Changer. In the meantime, this one's hit on the ground towards Maynard, dives for it, gets it, and safe is the call. That was bang, bang. Maynard lays out, puts his body on the line. Great effort, able to toss it over to Geis, but it was just as close as it could be. And the advantage goes to the runner. Rogowski gets his first base of this game. And some action going on here for the Colt 45s in the bottom of the 7th. Back pick over at first. It is safe is the call. Looked like Geis entered this inning with just about 46 pitches. Heard that perhaps Matthew Lopez is warming up in the mound, or on the mound, I should say, for the A's. He was in Thursday's game, did a solid job closing things out after it got out of reach, 8-0. It's 1 ball and 1 strike here to Rafael, the right fielder. As mentioned, has a home run in this series out to left field. Geis 1-1 pitch onto him, off speed. Great pitch, as Coach Ethan Winter mentions there, but doesn't get the call. 2-1. Two on from Geis, swing and a miss. Just overpowered him, I should say, with some speed there. And count evens up at 2 apiece. Keep an eye on Rogowski to see if he wants to take off for second. See if Geis tries to keep it low in the zone to induce a ground ball. Couple of peeks at first, comes home, went high with that one, and it's fouled into the screen.
That foul ball brought to you by Jack's Grill, an iconic institution serving up select steaks, seafood, and cocktails in a dimly lit old-timey digs. Located in downtown Redding.
Geis's pitch is spoiled, fouled into the parking lot. Another
Jack's Grill is enjoyed by many, including Hall of Famer Fergie Jenkins.
Rafael had a single in his last at-bat. Like to do that again here to move around Rogowski. Geis is 2-2. Looked like it was up and in, or at least in, and the count has run full. 32. Colt 45's dugout is making some chatter here, trying to perhaps throw Geis off his game. There was that sort of game going on here last night in the ballpark, looking to get a rally going. As the A's were in that position last night, Rogowski's on the move, swing and a miss, or no, it is a foul tip. So Rogowski will have to return to first. I did not hear a foul tip, but granted, I do have headphones on. Settling in here again for a 3-2 to Rafael against Geis. Looking for that punch-out pitch. Rogowski doesn't go this time. It's to Geis. He goes to 2. It's 1-6. No.
Great hustle by
Coach Winter got in the way of my view there, so I don't know why the call was safe. could have just flat out
Six.
the
Round number
throw,
one.
or Maynard's foot could have come off the bag, but it doesn't end up being a double play. They do end up getting the out, though, and the runner still remains at first. So that ends up being a fielder's choice, that is, for Rafael. Rogowski gets out at second base. Still double play intact possibility here for the A's. The left-hander Mora digs in for his fourth at-bat. First pitch called strike.
California, and playing out of Reedley College. First baseman number 24, Andrew Moore.
Yet another Reedley College player here up at the Colt 45s. Impressive amount of Reedley College players playing up north here for their summer ball. 0-1 pitch on the way. Ball called. That looked to be a solid pitch. 1-1 though. One from Geis. It's in there for a strike. 1-2. Sorry about that. We'll get the camera back on the at-bat here. There we go. 1-2. Geis, a couple looks at first. Mora, late swing, just about as late as you could make it, and impressively chopped that foul ball over the netting into behind the stands, actually. Incredible stuff. Still 1-2 count here to Mora, though. Mora has struck out today, also has walked twice. Ended up getting thrown out at third to end that third inning with an impressive outfield assist from Tyson Miller, throwing it from center to Nevode for the out. Little rollover here to Geis. He's going to underhand toss it to first for out number 2. That does move Rafael over to second base, but 2 down in the inning.
Now batting, designated hitter number 20, Dom Nicanio.
Directions coming out from the Athletics bullpen for defensive shifts here. Call out to Reed. Now they call out to Miller. And the cleanup hitter, DeCanio, the DH for today, digs in with 2 down, runner on second. Fouls this one away, hit him. DeCanio has gotten a base hit in his last 2 at-bats. RBI single in the third and just a single in the fifth. That ended up loading up the bases for the Colt 45s, but they were not able to take advantage and score any runs. Strike called there, 0-2. Colt 45 fans don't like that. They thought it was a bit high, perhaps a bit inside. But Geis is 1 pitch away from shutting down this threat in the bottom of the 7th. Oh, 2, foul tip into the umpire's mask. Looks like he's okay. Julian Rodriguez asking to make sure. Good sportsmanship there. And he'll call time just to give the umpire a breather. And pitching coach Ethan Winter will take advantage of that. To the mound to have a chat with his pitcher and catcher. Meeting's over. Coach Winter coming back to the dugout. Rodriguez back to the plate. And we are ready to resume this at bats. 0-2 it is to DeCanio. Geis looking to close the door on his 4th inning of work here. Meantime, DeCanio base hit could score in a run for the Colt 45s and make it a 2-run game. 0-2 pitch. Great pitch from Geis there low in the zone. Doesn't get the chase though. 1-2. 1-2 pitch on the way in the dirt. Rodriguez, great stop from him to keep the base runner at second. Another trips 2 here, 2-2-2. Ball strikes out. Geis looking to finish. DeCanio chopped foul past the A's dugout. Canio proven to be a hard out here, heating up some pitches. Geis going into this inning, 46 pitches. Safe to assume he might be above 20 pitches in this inning alone, approaching the 70 mark. Another 2-2 goes by Rodriguez. Runner's going to get to third base. Rafael settles in just 90 feet away from home plate.
Must have been outside.
And DeCanio has worked this count from 0-2 to full count at 3-2. Payoff pitch from Geis is sent out to right field. Oh my gosh. Unreal.
Catch by right fielder.
Luke, you're real, my man. Unbelievable. That is back-to-back innings. That ends with a diving catch from the right fielder. Keeps a 0 on the board for the Colt 45s, and it is still 6-3 as we hit the top of the 8th.
Shout out Luke. Shout out Luke.
Now batting and leading off the
Julian
top of the 8th
Rodriguez
inning.
looks to be a
Catcher
ball.
number 44,
1-0
Julian
start.
Rodriguez.
Rodriguez 0 for 3 on the day, but he's put some balls in play. A hard hit, long fly out in the third inning, excuse me, and also did his part with a sacrifice bunt, moving the runners around in the second inning and starting that 4-run inning for the A's. Hits this one sky high and out of play
Rodriguez
into
is
the
playing
parking
out of
lot.
Metro State University.
So 1-2 count it is. Now looks to be 71 pitches for Geis. Had it written down as 70. It's a fair chance that might be his last inning of work, and we might see somebody else. In the meantime,
Strike
that's
three,
strike 3. Boy, that looked kind of high, but it's going to be out number 1. Start out this inning.
Out number 1.
So with one down, Luke Naveau digging in, a base hit and a walk for him on the day. He has scored 2 of the 6 runs for the A's. 2 players have done that, as a matter of fact. Naveau and Perry comprising 4 of 6 runs. Takes the first pitch in the dirt, ball 1. Looks like our camera might have died there, so we're going to have to audible to this camera in the meantime.
In the batter's box,
There we are.
third baseman number 12, Luke Naveau.
So after that brief pause, there we go. 2-0. It's the count. Pitch on the way. Boy, he gives it a rip up high in the zone, but comes up empty. 2-1.
Swing.
Sanchez still working out there after a really tough first inning of work for him. He is up to 36 pitches thus far. Takes it upstairs for a ball. 3-1.
Go to vote. It's okay. It's going to
3-1 pitch to the vote, taken for ball 4 outside, and 1 out, base runner here for the A's. Certainly would appreciate some insurance runs in this one.
Now
With
batting,
1 down, it's going to be Navod's partner in crime tonight in regards to scoring runs, Aiden
second
Perry.
baseman number 63, Aiden Perry.
2 runs for him on 2 walks, and that has been something that's been a positive for Perry when he has not been able to get hits. Speaking of hits, there's one right there. Base hit through the 5-6 hole. He takes first base. Navode takes second base, and right
Perry goes off.
Perry with the single and runners on first and second. Only 1 down for the A's. Brief pause leads to Jacob Maynor, 9-hole hitter, digging in for his 4th at-bat. RBI single walk for him in today's game. Takes this slider low for a ball.
No southpaws.
Great opportunity here for the A's to cash in on some insurance runs and make it even for a late comeback for the Colt 45s. Mainer's 1-0, swing and a miss out ahead of that one, 1-1.
Swing. Swing.
Mainer's first at-bat against Sanchez, he did work that walk. It was the 5th inning, I do believe. Gets nailed, and that doesn't feel good in the arm. He's going to head down towards first base. Bases are now juiced. We'll see if he remains in the game. Should be okay enough to go, but I certainly know the pain of that from my years of playing baseball. That's got to hurt.
Stepping up to the plate with the bases loaded, center fielder number 4, Tyson Miller.
This situation just got even more juicy for the A's. Bases juiced after a walk, a single, and a hit by pitch. Looks like Colt 45 manager is looking or asking for the umpire to check if he swung, maybe. So a brief delay there. Looks like nothing's going to happen out of it. Bases will remain loaded, and already those corner infielders are digging in on that infield cut of the grass, looking to cut down Navode at home, the lead runner. So it's Navode at third, Perry at second, Maynard at first. Bases are loaded. Tyson Miller digging in. First pitch to him, taken for a ball. Miller, no hits for him today, but 2 RBIs. He's done his job. Big hack and not quite a miss, but not quite a connection either. Fouled that one to the screen, 1-1.
Brought to you by Placer Title Company. Your backup for that double play is a full-service title and escrow provider.
So yes, middle infielders are playing deep for the potential of a double play ball. Corner infielders in. Miller was out ahead of that one, off the end of the bat, foul into the screen, 1-2. One, two to Miller, way upstairs for a ball, and count evens up at 2 apiece. Big opportunity for the A's here to open things up. Sanchez's 2-2's on the way. It's in the dirt. Great block from McMillan, though, to keep the runners at bay. Now from 1-2 to 3-2. Sanchez has nowhere to put Miller. If he throws ball 4, that's a run in for the A's. Working from the windup with the bases loaded. 3-2 payoff pitch is fouled away towards the beer garden behind the Colt 45s dugout.
Smart here. No, hey, 1 out. 1 out. Sorry. Oh, go Tyson!
Another full count try. It's ripped towards the second baseman. He's going 2. He's going. He's safe for the A's.
Run scores.
Luke Navode comes in to score on that fielder's choice. That is Maynard out at first, but Miller safe at, or excuse me, Maynard out at second, but Miller safe at first on the fielder's choice. As mentioned, it has not been a night where Miller has been getting hits, but he has been productive. That's the 3rd time he's put a ball in play, and the run has scored. So now runners on the corners, 2 down, and the lead has grown to 4. It is 7-3 A's. And interestingly enough, home plate umpire is going to have a chat with the third base umpire. Really unsure what this is about. Didn't hear the coach for the Colt 45s ask about anything. Well, we return back to home plate with the A's still having a big chance to score here. Runners on the corners, 2 down. George Smith starts out with a ball inside. Smith has 2 hits on the day, a single and another single, 2 base knocks, one of them for an RBI. Pitch on the way, taken for a strike, 1-1. No. Well, realistically, 1 run could come in with a base hit, but with Tyson Miller's speed, if George Smith hits one out to a gap in the outfield, could potentially be 2. That looked like a slider or a curveball that breaks in for a ball, 2-1. Smith takes this one. Looks like a called ball there. 3-1. Really strange. Thought I heard the umpire do the sound for a strike call, but didn't see the motion. So 3-1 it is. There is action going on in the Colt 45s bullpen. Sanchez has been out there for 3 innings now, trying to close this one out. Runner on the move. That's Miller. And the hot shot to second base is taken out at first base. So it could have been more runs in for the A's, but they'll certainly take it. They get another run across. They have a 4-run lead, taking that to the bottom of the 8th. Cam Rosen leads off this inning on the mound, throws it over to first. Time for out one. The leadoff hitter, on the other hand, for the
And
Colts
let's hear one.
was Green as he grounds out to first base. Or grounds out to the pitcher, throws out to first base. So the pitcher now in for the Athletics is Cam Rosen. Guys, his day is done. That was 4 innings of work for him with 3 hits given up, 3 walks, no strikeouts, but no scored. As for Rosen, we saw him last night, just pitched 1 inning and really nothing to report, all zeros on his score sheet aside from the inning pitched. Rosen pumps in 2 strikes in a row. It's 0-2 to Carroll. Carroll takes a timeout here to regather himself as he finds himself in a deficit here to Rosen. Rosen has a sharp fastball and a heck of a looping curveball. We'll see if he breaks it out here on 0-2. This one's hit pretty well out to center field. Able to catch that.
Miller for out number 2.
Very quick 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th, just how the A's would want it. And they are just 4 outs away from victory here in Redding to close out the series, and their first victory on the road this season to close out their road schedule. There's that curveball we were talking about, and it gets in there for strike 1. Marr, third baseman, in for his fourth at bat. 2 doubles and a hit by pitch.
Now batting. Third baseman, number
Not having
36.
too much luck this time. Rosen is a buzzsaw thus far. Oh, 2 looking to finish it out here. Rosen on the way to Marr, and ball taken low and outside. Good location though. Couldn't get the swing and a miss. Rosen shaking his head no. Now yes. Oh, late time called there. Rosen was already into his windup. Do not like that one bit, but home plate umpire grants it. So Rosen will have to reset now and just shake off that little awkward moment. Let's see what he comes back here with on the 1-2. Back into his windup on the way to Mark. Nasty curveball. Swing and a miss, and that is the end of this. Bottom of the 8th, and Rosen is hyped up. What time it is with that curveball? It is end of the 8th inning, top of the 9th, coming up for the Athletics, looking for yet some more insurance runs.
Under the special events menu item. Leading off the top of the 9th inning for the Fresno Athletics, designated hitter number 33, Hayes Edens.
3 outs away from a victory here for the A's, but first things first, they want to get some runs on the board here in the top of the 9th. Not going to happen here.
Shortstop
starts out with
1 pitch, 1 out.
Out to left field, 1 down in the top of the 9th.
Now ready. Left fielder number 15, Scott Mitchell.
Scott Mitchell digging in for the 5th time in this game. Been on base 3 times, unconventionally though, none of those being hits. But gets a hard hit ball here over to first base.
6-3
It's a high throw, but Mitchell still gets tagged out by Mora. Good adjustment there on the fly for very quick. Out 1 and out 2 of this top of the 9th.
Now batting. Right fielder number 2, Luke Ray.
Two down, Luke Ree, the One batter it'll take to keep this in. 2-0 pitch on the way to Reed, taken outside for yet another ball, and it is 3-0 advantage to him. Still Sanchez on the mound here for the Colt 45s. Looks like they're just going to ride him till the end of today's ball game. And Reed takes a strike there for 3-1. Curious to see what Sanchez's pitch count may be at this point. Ball 4 there for Reed. That's another base for him.
Reed draws a walk. Reed to the plate. Catcher number 44, Julian Rodriguez.
Reed settles in at first now. Julian Rodriguez, the catcher, digs in for his 5th at-bat. 0 for 4 day for him. Couple of groundouts, flyouts, and a strikeout. 0 for in this series as a whole, as he had the start yesterday as the DH. First pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. Yet another pitch in there for a strike, 0-2. It's 3 2/3 innings here for Sanchez. The pitch count is 64, and that is pitch number 65, missing outside for a ball, 1-2. We'll keep an eye here to see if Reed wants to take off. Solid speed for him on the base paths, but with a 4-run lead, perhaps not going to be as aggressive. Sanchez upright in his stretch, comes home on the 1-2, upstairs to Rodriguez for 2-2. Two to Rodriguez, taken down low for a ball, and he has worked the count from 0-2 to 3-2. Scoreboard still reflects 2-2. Perhaps I'm 1 ball ahead. We'll see. Full count pitch taken for a ball. It is indeed ball 4. Rodriguez, take your base. Runners on first and second.
Rodriguez draws a walk. Now batting, third baseman number 12, Luke Nevaud.
Thanks for letting me know, Mrs. Perry. Got that back upright and going here. Two outs, runners on first and second. Nice. A threat here to score some extra runs are the A's. Luke Nevaud taking in
out of Franklin Pierce University.
First pitch he sees is a strike, 0-1. Single and 2 walks for him on the day. Very productive, and 3 runs scored by him. 3 of the 7 in this game. Takes down for a ball, 1-1. Has to turn away from that one, up high and in. Of course, the casual, or classic, I should say, teammates telling him to wear it. That'd be a tough one to wear up near the head. Glad he turned away from that, 2-1. Watches this one in for a strike. Count rolls up at 2 apiece. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs yet again. Sanchez on the way, and Nevaud gets hit in the arm. Base juiced yet again for the Athletics, and that is a team leading 9th hit by pitch for Nevode on the year. Certainly a stat he does not want to lead, but that does mean free bases for him.
For the Athletics. Second baseman, number 63, Aiden Perry.
So you'd assume a 4-run lead is pretty safe for your team as you only have 3 outs to get. However, why not get more? And that is the mindset Aiden Perry has, digging in with 2 outs and bases juiced. Chance to really put this game away against Sanchez. First pitch on the way, taken way up high for a ball. Perry very productive on the days, gotten on base 3 times, courtesy of 2 walks and a single. Takes this one inside for a strike, 1-1. Two times he walked, he scored. Nevode and Perry have made up 5 of the 7 runs. So great production from the bottom of the lineup for the Athletics today. He takes that one for a ball, 2-1. Sanchez working from the windup yet again with the bases juiced. No threat of runners stealing on him. Comes home on the 2-1. Perry takes it outside 3-1. One ball means another run in for the A's here. That would be Luke Reed coming in from third. Colt 45s cannot afford that. Sanchez needs to challenge Perry. He does, and this one's hit out to shallow left field. Shortstop has that one covered. And bases loaded. Jam for the Colt 45s on that about the short. That completes this top of the 9th. A's with 3 outs to get for their first road win of the year. Can they do it? Let's find out. Bottom of the 9th. 4-run lead for the A's. It's Cam Rosen's job to finish. Loops in that beautiful curveball for a strike.
And playing out of Palomar College, catcher number 31, Ray McMillan.
See if we could get Rosen in the picture. It's popped up to George Smith at short. He's got it for out number 1. That'll be 1 down, 2 to go, excuse me. That was McMillan for the out. Now Zanheiser.
California playing in Shasta College. Left fielder number 27, Tyler Zanheiser.
Left field trying to get things going here. Rosen's first pitch called strike. Looks like Rosen's on the money here tonight. just throwing darts for strikes and then loopers for strikeouts on the curveball. 0-1 pitch down in the dirt. Horse right on cue. 1-1 will now be the count to Zanheiser.
C plus. Yeah.
1-1 pitch, curveball or slider looped there, but too far out of the zone for a ball. 2-1. Strike call there, comes back with the hard stuff and gets it even at 2 apiece. Two popped up, jam shot. That's going to be out of play.
That foul ball brought to you by Sierra Pacific Industries.
Yet another 2-2 attempt from Rosen to Zanheiser. Pitch on the way. Dots him up outside corner of the plate. Strike 3. 2 down, 1 to go. A lot of chatter and perhaps boo birds in the crowds here for the Colt 45s on that strike 3 call. Not too sure what all that was about, but it was a lot of noise and chit chat. Has quieted down now though, and it is 2 outs in this game. We rotate to the top of the lineup. It is Rogowski 1 for 4 on the day as he takes a ball in there. 1-0. Hard stuff challenges them, and it gets a swing and a foul tip right back to the screen. 1-1.
Number 14, Trajan Rogowski.
Loops in the curveball, just a bit too high though, misses the spot. 2-1. 2-1 pitch on the way, gets the slow stuff in there for a strike. 2-2, and the A's are 1 strike away from winner chicken dinner. Rosen into his windup on the 2-2. Misses way outside here. Rodriguez, great quick snap up out of his stance to keep it in front. So full count here to Rogowski. Rosen looking for that final punch out. There. That is
Redding 3.
All right. In the final road game for the pick up a win, able to avoid the sweep in Redding, able to avoid all sweep.
In general, Tiger Field 7:15 start time. Please note that all of our Sunday games this season start at 7:15.
But it has been an interesting and testy series in general with emotions and all the rest. But great stuff here to end this game. Yep, looks like they're not loving any of this. Yep. And here we go. I talked about fireworks might be ending this series, and it is. There we go. We have part 2 coming up. Geis is getting in there. So is the scorer for the team. And Cooper King's going to block it out. Please don't. We got great content here. My goodness. I talked about it at the beginning of the broadcast. Here it is. Their steppers have blown over. They did not like them meeting out on the pitcher's mound to end it, and it is spilling out into the infield dirt. It's getting ugly.
And boy, oh boy, we'll see what ends up happening here. Coaches for the A's, we telling them to get out of here, break it up. So is the Colt 45 coaches. No surprise here, to be honest. Colt 45's coach got thrown out on Friday. Player and coach got thrown out for the A's yesterday. And now everything just boils over at the end. There is still a hot end here. Kind of bad, but fireworks display to end this series. My goodness, this series just had about everything.
Unscheduled firework.
Yeah, Nelson says unscheduled fireworks there. I feel like that was quite on schedule. How much attention for the series. But the A's were able to get it done. It is 7 still trying to stay. Still some more hot heads. Yeah. I'm not surprised whatsoever. But Colt 45s ultimately do win the series, but A's take the last game, and that certainly feels good with how the road woes have been. A's capitalized on some great, gritty offense with laying down some bunts on some small ball and being able to force an error and get some timely hits as well. Umpire is chatting with the team. It looks like things are getting relatively cool here. And anyways, that'll pretty much end things here. Thanks for watching what was a very exciting, entertaining series. The A's get their first road win of the year. That is it. We'll see you on Tuesday and Wednesday.